WRAL News is your winter weather station.
Right now, rain is changing over to snow. I'm tracking the line hour by hour, see who will get snow and how much to expect.
Plus, temperatures are plummeting. What this means for our roads this evening and tomorrow morning's commute.
And of course, school closings are coming in.
Team coverage starts right now. All right, we're waiting for the weather to come in this afternoon. Obviously, we've seen the temperatures drop over the course of the afternoon. There's some precipitation to the north of us, but right now we are looking at smooth sailing in this area. It is snowing in the western part of the state. We hope to bring you a live picture of what's happening in Boone a bit later. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm David Crabtree.
And I'm Deborah Morgan. More than 150 organizations have contacted us with closings or delays to keep people off the roads after the freezing starts. Wake County schools canceled all after-school activities tonight. No word yet whether they will operate on a delay tomorrow.
Other school systems we have heard from now. Take a look at the list. Chapel Hill, Carrboro City Schools, Chatham County Schools, Clinton City Schools, Cumberland County, and Durham Public Schools with their afternoon activities canceled. All those other listings were a 2-hour delay.
Also, we have delayed until, well, you just saw them there on your screen, but here's another list now. There we go. Edgecombe County schools are delayed until 11 a.m. Franklin County schools delayed 2 hours. Granville County, Lee County, and Moore County delayed 2 hours as well.
Nash Rocky Mountain Schools evening services canceled. Orange County Schools delayed 2 hours. Sampson County Schools a 2-hour delays. And again, Wake County Public School System, all the after-school activities canceled, but again, no call from Wake County regarding tomorrow yet. Now, you can always find a complete listing of all the closings on our website at WRAL.com. We have crews stationed all across our viewing area. Over the next 90 minutes, they'll bring us live updates on how cities and the state preparing for the storm, and we'll check in with crews roving to monitor the roads.
And we have team coverage in the WRAL Weather Center to keep you on top of conditions as they begin to shift. So let's get right to it, starting with the minute-by-minute forecast from Chief Meteorologist Greg Fischel.
All right, Deb, and we are looking at that changeover process right now. In fact, there's snow being reported up around the Roxboro area, so that's really the first part of our viewing area that's going to experience the changeover. They're doing that now, and we'll be seeing that changeover progress south and east across the area this evening. It's mainly this band in here that we're watching. This band has really been growing and intensifying during the course of the afternoon, and what we'll see here is that this activity will move east and begin to pivot and rotate, so its orientation, instead of being like this, will be like this as we head on through the evening, and the areas that are right in the middle of that pivoting are the ones that are going to see the most activity in terms of snow. Now here's Futurecast, again showing mainly rain here in the Triangle area around 6 o'clock, but then as we head on through the evening, you'll see that transition from rain to snow occur and move south and east, and the intensities may actually pick up for a while as well, and then after 9 o'clock the activity will begin to shift east of the Triangle area, and late tonight the activity will be over everywhere. Again, the biggest concern that we've had is the fact that there's going to be a lot of standing water on the roadways. Temperatures are going to go way below freezing, so black ice could be a widespread problem later this evening, overnight, and into the rush hour tomorrow. That obviously is going to affect traffic, and Nate Johnson has the latest on that. Nate?
And so far, Greg, good news. We don't have any weather-related traffic issues to talk about. This is I-85 at Falls Lake up to the north side, and you see things moving along nicely. I'm showing you this picture just as much to show you that we don't have anything falling out of there at this moment, but we do have some additional snow starting to fall in Roxboro and points off toward the north and the east, or rather rest of Raleigh. Here's I-40 at Airport Boulevard, things moving along okay. Again, no weather-related issues to talk about. Now, we did have an accident earlier. Leah Santiago will be along in just a couple of minutes to talk about an accident that had Capitol Boulevard jammed up near Buffalo Road, and a couple of folks taken to the hospital out of that. I want to show you the live commute map real quick. We do have a number of mainly minor accidents, although one to report. Glenwood at 440 has a couple of lanes at Glenwood backed up, but again, none of these weather related at this point. We'll be watching these cameras closely, and I'll have a look at the road weather index coming up in just a few minutes. Deborah?
All right, thank you, Nate.
And the combination of rain and snow makes it more complicated for Department of Transportation crews to try to keep all the area roads clear.
WRAL's Colin Browder has been talking to DOT officials about their plan of attack. He joins us live from Blue Ridge Road with the details now. Colin?
Well, Deborah and David, it's still hard to believe we're talking about